I've made every single mistake I'm about to show you. Every one. And I have the old Instagram photos to prove it. I'm not deleting them because they're part of the story. After more than a decade writing about style for women over 50, here's what I know. The fashion mistakes that are quietly aging us aren't about being unfashionable. They're about dressing for a body, a decade, or a version of ourselves that no longer exists. Today, I'm walking you through all 7, what they are, why they age you, and exactly what to do instead. So let's get into it. Mistake number 1, wearing clothes that don't fit your body right now. This is the single most aging thing a woman can wear. Clothing that doesn't fit her current body. Not the body she had at 40, not the body she's working toward, the body she has today. Here's what happens. Too big and oversized clothes don't hide anything. They erase your shape entirely. They add bulk and make you look heavier and shapeless. Too small and clothes that pull or pucker across the hips, stomach, or upper arms draw the eye directly to the spots you're trying to minimize. Women over 50 often avoid tailoring because it feels like an indulgence. It isn't, ladies. It is the single highest return on investment in your entire wardrobe. Finding a good tailor and bringing your favorite pieces, hemming pants, taking in a blazer, typically costs under $40. The goal is clothes that skim, not cling. Not hang, skim. Mistake number 2, not thinking about what your neckline is doing. Your face is the first thing people look at. Your neckline frames it, and the mistake isn't wearing any particular style. It's grabbing whatever's on the rack without ever asking whether that neckline is working for you. A neckline that opens up toward the face, that could be a V-neck, it could be a scoop neck, it could be open collar, boat necks, that's one of my favorites. Could be a square neckline. It draws the eye upward. It creates length and space. When every top you own sits high and closed, you lose that upward pull entirely. Here's a test I want you to try. Put on your next top and ask yourself one question. Does this neckline draw the eye toward my face? If yes, great. If not, it might be worth trying a different shape. Even a classic button down with the top button open makes a surprising difference. Mistake number 3, hemlines that hit at the wrong spot. Hemlines are where decades announce themselves, and the mid-calf length that dominated the late 90s and early aughts is particularly aging on most women. It cuts across the widest part of the calf, visually shortening the leg and making you look both shorter and heavier. The most flattering hemlines for women, and I know, it can be very challenging to find this hemline, but we are always on the hunt. Hemlines for women over 50 that are most flattering are at or just below the knee, or a true midi that hits mid-calf or below in a fluid fabric. Maxi skirts and dresses, especially with a heel or wedge, are elegant and elongating. So, when you're trying on skirts and dresses, step back from the mirror and look at your full silhouette. The hem should either hit at the knee or flow past the widest part of your calf. Avoid the no man's land in between. Mistake number 4, and I share this repeatedly because it bears repeating, and that is wearing the wrong foundation garments. So that's the wrong size bra, the wrong size panty, and this one operates entirely below the surface, but its effect is immediately visible above. The wrong bra changes how every single thing you own looks on your body. After 50, breast tissue shifts, and the bra that worked at 40 almost certainly doesn't fit the same way anymore. The same goes for shapewear. Worn in the wrong size, it creates bulges, rolls at the waist, and compression lines that are visible right through your fabric. And the fix here is simple. Get a professional bra fitting, and I suggest twice a year because, yes, things can dramatically change in 6 months, and we all know that is a reality. And many department stores offer this absolutely free. And I'm also going to recommend that you replace your bras every 6 to 12 months. I think 4 to 6 months, depending on if you wear it every single day. I mean, I still have some bras in my lingerie drawer that I wear on special occasions or just, for a particular moment, so they don't get worn every day. So, also keep that in mind. But If you also wear shapewear, you want to size up for smoother lines rather than squeezing down for compression. And trust me on that one. Mistake number 5, overmatching everything. And yes, my mother's era, my Nana's era, we love the matchy-matchy everything. And listen, I'm not going to say don't ever do matchy-matchy, but I do think that head to toe matchy-matchy, and that it's that perfectly coordinated suit, the bag that matches the shoes, that matches the belt, that matches, I mean, you get the drift. It's one of those style rules that make complete sense way back in the day. This can be gently aging women ever since. Modern, sophisticated dressing is about coordination, not matching. Tonal dressing, different shades of the same color family. It could be mixing metals or pairing a great handbag with shoes in a contrasting neutral. All of this looks more current and more effortless than a perfect matching set. And the fix? Let one accessory stand out. So that could be a bold bag with neutral shoes, an interesting shoe with a simple outfit that looks intentional. A perfect matching set looks like a costume. Mistake number 6, avoiding color and print and patterns entirely. And yes, there are entire Instagram bloggers and YouTubers that tell us all the time to only wear neutrals, that patterns are la 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 and prints are la la la. And that's just a bunch of bunk. I don't agree with that, and I never will. And listen, I understand the pull toward a neutral wardrobe. I have one. A classic wardrobe is built on neutrals, and that's black, white, gray, camel. They're versatile, they're easy, and after a certain point, they feel safe. But a wardrobe completely drained of color can look severe and stark against skin that has naturally changed with age. Color near the face. So that could be a blouse, it could be a silk scarf, it could just be a statement earring. It's one of the most effective anti-aging moves in fashion. Soft, sophisticated shades like dusty rose or warm coral, sage green, and periwinkle are particularly flattering on mature complexions. You don't have to wear a bold print head to toe if you don't want to. I mean, I love them and I think they have a time and a place, especially when the temps get warmer. But if you have an aversion to that, just start with one colorful piece near your face and build your neutral outfit around it. One piece. That's all it takes. And mistake number 7, clinging to a decade-old silhouette. Our personal style often crystallizes in the decade when we felt most confident, and then quietly calcifies there. The bootcut jeans of the early aughts, the oversized blazers of the 90s. Worn without any update, these silhouettes become a costume. This doesn't mean abandoning what you love, it means refreshing it. A wide-leg trouser in a current fabric and length is a modern and elegant choice. A structured blazer with updated proportions is timeless. The key is updating at least one element of a beloved silhouette to keep it feeling intentional rather than frozen. So ladies, pick one silhouette you love and find a current version of it. Talbot's, J. Crew, Quince, Banana Republic, they all offer updated classics that honor proportion without sacrificing personality. So there they are, ladies. 7 fashion mistakes that are quietly aging women over 50, and every single one of them is completely fixable. No shopping spree required. Although, yes, we have everything linked in the description box down below. YouTube always has everything listed over here to the left, and we do pin the items in our comment section too. But you don't have to go out on a shopping spree. You just need a fresh eye and a willingness to let go of what used to work. Style has no expiration date, and neither do you. And if you're interested, I also have a full blog post dedicated to this exact topic, and we'll link that down below too. And ladies, if this was helpful, Grit and Glamours, I would so appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up, if you would share it. It genuinely helps this channel reach more women who need to hear it. And if you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Join the Grit and Glam Club. It's absolutely free. New videos every Sunday, and I try to get them up Thursday too. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.